Trekcast.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
Hello and welcome to Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. Unpredictable in many ways. Like, I didn't know that this guy was coming because he wasn't here a minute ago. I didn't know that apparently our wives communicated and decided on a color of the day.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, unpredictable. Well, are we TNG era? If we're TNG era,
yeah,
you're
command.
You're command, and we're engineering or security.
So what TOS you guys would be command though?
Yeah, we'd have to. Well,
that's right.
We're mirror TOS, so he and I will have to fight to the death. To find
okay.
out
All right.
Oh no,
this won't go
I don't
well.
want any part of that.
Actually, I'm in command because I'm wearing a sash. In addition,
okay.
You can't see it.
Okay,
you can't see it, but
the seatbelt is the seatbelt the sash.
You are decorated as well. You are decorated as well.
I get that reference. That's I can't remember the name of the episode, but when they all forgot who they were, and Worf was like, "I got a big old sash. I'm the captain."
Conundrum. I think it was Conundrum.
Maybe.
I don't even remember the name of it, which is ironic. So.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Trekcast. I'm Dan. Guy on the bottom is Scott. We call him Strongbeard. He has a semi-muscular beard. Up at the top left, come on, man. I'm going by location. Did you change it?
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Top left is Daniel. The heart, the soul, the everything.
I just hit the buttons.
Yes.
You fly the ship.
I click the buttons. That's right.
I fly the ship.
That's right. How you guys doing?
You have the buttons and you know which ones to push.
I do.
That's true.
I pushed many buttons on many people.
Yes.
Yeah. How was your guys' week?
Rough.
Yeah.
Older I get, man. They're all rough.
Yeah.
My son's got flu B now. I had flu A last month. He's got flu B.
Okay.
So I think if my wife gets flu C, we get a free sandwich or something. I don't know.
I think that's exactly how it works. Yeah. That's exactly how it works. God, that sucks.
I bruised my ribs again sparring
Oh.
about a week and a half ago. So I've been doing the shallow cough to make sure it doesn't hurt excruciatingly.
Yeah, been there.
My daughter had surgery a couple weeks ago, so she had eye surgery, so she was in pain for about a week. The pain has subsided, but she's still seeing double, so I got to lead her around the house like like she's blind. Yeah. So it's been a
rough,
couple
man.
weeks. Yeah. So go ahead, tell me how great you're doing.
Oh my
I've had a
God.
fantastic week.
Oh, did you now?
Everybody's healthy. We're happy.
Captain America came out. I got a new bucket.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yeah, Captain America. That was fun.
I listened to part of your fun fact. When I'm not here, these guys still do a podcast. Isn't that crazy?
Right.
So,
how dare they?
So I listened. I went to see Captain America on Sunday, so it was a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the picture. Yeah.
So I think was Monday a holiday. I think Monday was a holiday. So whatever. Tuesday.
Yeah,
when
President's
I went to
Day.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tuesday when I went to honor all of the great presidents.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
So, Tuesday on my drive to work, I listened to most of your podcast.
Before we got into spoilers.
No. This was after I purposely didn't listen to your show until after.
Okay.
I saw the movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm telling you guys, I'm a fan. I listen to your show. Just accept the admiration.
How did you like the Captain America movie or not, or?
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was a sequel to
A different
Incredible
movie.
Hulk.
Yeah.
It was a sequel to the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
But it in many ways there was so much ancillary stuff going on.
Yeah.
It felt like it should almost be an Avengers movie, not a Captain America movie. But I think if they had made it an Avengers movie, like the people crying about him being Captain America would be crying that much harder. So I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also, how is Bruce Banner not in this movie?
Right. That's
what I kept thinking.
How do you at least not call him?
And as I just said that, I couldn't help but think of Andy Samberg as Nicolas Cage. How am I not in this movie?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how, you got Incredible Hulk characters, Incredible Hulk villains, Incredible Hulk girlfriends, which they made sure you knew at the beginning because they specifically said it on the news, which is just weird.
Which the news is always doing that. Yeah.
So weird. It should have been like Entertainment Tonight news if they're going to do that. If they're going to do who's girlfriend, it shouldn't be CNN. It should be.
You would think they would have like an Entertainment Tonight about superheroes in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
That's something they should do.
Yeah,
that's something they should do. But yeah, I totally expected him to show up at some point. And
hey Dan, you may want to reset. Your audio is coming in just a little bit scratchy.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad that's not me.
Yeah.
How's it now? Still,
yeah.
All right, let me reset.
Okay.
All right.
While he's doing that, why don't we get into the stories, the entertainment news, I guess it'll be. Yeah. Well, and I got one Star Trek news, so we'll do one Star Trek and then entertainment news. So here we go.
Okay.
Star Trek news.
So our first Star Trek news and only Star Trek news, dude, it is slim pickings right now. While it is out there, but
that might be good. Calm before the storm.
Yeah. I don't know what that storm is, but yes. So we've got a story from AIPTcomics.com. There's Dan.
Oh,
what up?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So our first Star Trek story is if you can't get enough Section 31, a Section 31 comic book is on its way.
Yes.
Yes. It's coming out, I think, next week.
I was just telling my wife, I wish I could get more of that.
Right.
Me too.
That I forgot about.
Yeah.
And I know it was an at-home movie, but how come there was no popcorn bucket? It's a big deal.
What would you want the bucket to be?
I mean, I did eat my popcorn out of a Wolverine bucket, so
yeah. Anything that could catch my tears. That's
there
really
you go. I still want a shuttlecraft popcorn bucket. So, yeah. So we're getting a Section 31 comic book, Emperor Born. It is a one-shot comic book, so this is not a series. This is just a yeah.
So just grit your teeth and it'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just bite the stick and get it over with. Yeah. So it looks like it is a backstory to Emperor Giorgio, from what I can see. We do have a preview, and you kind of see Giorgio in a bar talking to people, and then you see her back in the Terran Empire in school. So looks like she was educated by Homelander. It looks like in that comic book. Which would explain some things. So
I thought that was Captain Marvel Jr., but
that's right. It might be. So kind of looks like Homelander, though.
Is that Freddie Freeman? Look at
that. Yeah. So this comic, I believe it comes out next week. Looks like the sticker price is right around $6. So if you can't get enough Section 31, there you go.
It's about $5.49 too much for me.
Make it stop, please.
Yeah.
It
feels like this was something that was already in the works, and so they're just quietly releasing it. All right.
That's really bad when you have to quietly release a product.
Yeah, well,
6 months from now, coming to a Big Lots near you.
No.
Or no, not
Big Lots is shutting down.
Yeah, Ollie's. Ollie's is a
nice
comic book section.
Yeah.
All right, we got some entertainment stories because there's just not enough Star Trek news right now. It's pretty dead. So here we go. Entertainment story comes to us from Yahoo News, and I would love to get both your guys' opinion on this. The internet is all abuzz because earlier this week, Zack Snyder and James Gunn had lunch or something. I don't know if you guys saw this photo, but there's the two of them together hanging out. James Gunn posted it. There are yeah.
You know what? I don't know about you, but I sometimes have lunch with people that I've known for 25 years. But
exactly,
that's just me. These guys worked together 20-something years ago.
Yeah, and they're both giant comic book nerds. Like,
yep,
yeah.
Like they showed this photo.
Yeah,
they showed a photo just like this from 20 years ago, and like they're even standing in the same spot. It's practically the same pose. There's nothing special about this.
No, of course not.
Well, here's where the do I have the other picture here? No. Okay. Well, the thing that has people kind of freaking out about it is apparently that wood paneling that's in the background of that photo is very similar to the wood paneling in the DCU writers' room. So people are putting all the threads together thinking Zack Snyder's coming back. He's going to helm some project or maybe finish his Justice League story. God knows, only knows. Who, right? We don't know. It's all speculation.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And allegedly there's going to be a DCU announcement coming later this week. So
yeah, but this is how these bull and horse crap rumors start. If we ever get back together, like in person, like we ever meet up at a Comic-Con or whatever, I'm not going out to lunch with either one of you. I'm not taking any pictures with any of you because I don't want any of these nasty rumors about some stupid collab that's never going to happen circulating the internet. I don't want our faces on Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah. So that I
think you're okay on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in that boat too. I think they were just having lunch and that's it. And they're both masters of the internet and wanted to troll everybody and that's it.
Even if that is the DCU office.
Yeah.
So what? Hey man, I'm going to be in your area next week. You want to get lunch? Yeah. All right. I'll come by your job.
Yeah.
And pick you up.
Counselor Troy said that Sigmund Freud said that sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. The fictional character said about the real person this thing.
Right.
All right. So that's that story. And then our last news story comes to us from IGN.com. It's a slow week, and I thought this was funny. But also in comic book news, the Toxic Avenger is going to be having a big summer of different crossovers, and you won't believe who they're going to pair him up with. Jesus.
Well,
Yep. That's the one I've been waiting for.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Honey, I was right.
Yeah.
They're doing another news story about it right now.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I got nothing on this.
No,
it's so ridiculous.
What do you do with two balls from left field?
Right? It's like they hit a name generator, just like, oh, who are we going to pair them with? Generate. Oh, okay. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. So, all right. So I just thought I'd share that. Should come out later this summer. That's the stories. So.
Cool.
Wait a minute. Who owns Paramount right now? Is there nothing on that, or
Paramount owns themselves right now?
Okay. Actually, this just in. Paramount has been purchased by the Vatican, so this isn't a crossover anymore.
Fantastic. I can't wait for Paw Patrol to cross over with the Pope's Exorcist.
We're gonna see Paramount and Ollie's.
Wow.
It's not quite that bad. I'll go to Five Below.
That's what we need to save Big Lots.
That's right.
We get them to buy Paramount.
God.
My sister had a Big Lots in her town, and the L was out on the sign for a long time.
Oh, nice.
So it said bigots. It's been 10 years, but people in the area still call it bigots.
Great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, ours is pretty bad. I just went down there yesterday. It was great.
Yeah.
You know what's sad about our Big Lots is our Big Lots, like about 3 or 4 years ago, moved, and they went out of the building that they've been in since I was like a small kid. They went into the former Toys R Us building, which was a much more prominent part, of the street, and then 3 years later, gone.
Yeah. This one is brand new. It opened about 2 years ago, and they're closing it.
And well, Big Lots, a lot like McDonald's, forgot what they were. Like McDonald's, I went to McDonald's the other day for me, my son and I, and it was like $22 for the two of us. Whoa, McDonald's, blow your roll. You forgot who you were, just like Big Lots did. Walked into a Big Lots last year, and it's like, this is like walking into a really crappy Sears, but the prices are still the same.
Yeah.
So McDonald's has a value meal that's been going on for the last 6 months. They don't advertise it as much as they did in the beginning, but it's still on the menu.
Okay.
There's a $5 meal or a $6 meal. And the $5 meal is a McChicken, a four-piece nuggets, fries, and a drink. The $6 meal is a McDouble, 4-piece nuggets, fries, and a drink. And honestly, that is an ample amount of food for an adult to eat.
Yeah.
So when we do go to McDonald's, my wife and I each get that. The kids each get a Happy Meal, and it's still expensive, but not nearly what it would have been if she and I were getting a regular meal off the regular menu. So.
Right. Okay. So Chaz says use the app. I don't use the app for the same reason. I don't have the Little Caesars app. I don't have any of those apps because I'm in denial. Okay. I've been trying to eat healthy. Sometimes you're just out and about and it's like, oh God, I just picked up, I just took my kid to the orthodontist, or we're out and about. The routine is a little off, and I see a McDonald's and I'm like, I drive and I'm like, well, we won't die. So I pull in. This is not like prep app kind of thing.
So
you all right, Dan?
Yeah, you know what the app is?
What's the app? Advertising?
The app is the 21st century equivalent of these things.
Yeah.
Remember these things?
Yeah.
Remember these things? Yep. And you'd see people that their keychain had a stack.
Yeah.
Reward card.
Like this, right? And now now it's the app. I was in AutoZone last week and they're like, oh, do you have our app? No. And I started to explain to the girl, no, you see, the app is the 21st century equivalent of this. And she looked at me, she goes, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
That's amazing.
So here's the thing. Look at the corner of this. I can't even put it on the keys anymore, right?
No.
So the last time I was in there, which was a while ago, but anyway, the last time I was in there, I was like, hey, my thing is broken. Can you give me a new one? He's like, we don't issue those anymore.
Oh, wow.
I said, since when? Since when? He's like, it's been years.
Years.
So how do you get in here? He says, you pull it up on the app. And I said, forget it. I don't care.
I'm done.
I'll punch a new hole myself in the other side.
Yep.
Which of course I didn't.
That's fun.
That's my rant. That's my Dan rant for the day.
Well, people have been missing it, so there you go. Well, should we get to our main topic?
Do we have to?
I mean, we said we would.
You said
Commander Riker says, make it so.
All right.
Well, that's
fun will now commence.
Riker says make it so. What is?
Yeah, he doesn't say make it so.
He doesn't say that. He just swings his leg over the chair and does it.
He plays jazz music. Wait, what was that?
He's swinging his leg.
Okay.
So funny story about make it so.
Yeah.
Captain Janeway has a similar phrase. She doesn't use it as often, but it's usually in like the heat of the moment. And she says, do it. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that.
Yeah.
She says, do it.
Yes.
A lot. And my wife and I made my wife sit through 7 seasons of Voyager, 15 years ago when we got together. And to this day, sometimes she will make her Captain Janeway smoky lady voice and just say, do it. Do it. I'll say, like, hey, should I take the recyclables out to the kid? Do it.
Does she put her hand on her hips like that, dude?
She does this sometimes when she's doing her. You can't really see. She puts the hand up in the air, like, shut up, Alana. do it.
I was gonna say, did she demand coffee too, like all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a Voyager
She does love
rewatch
coffee.
right now, and I just got to like an episode or two past Scorpion. So
Okay.
season 4, 7 of 9 just showed up.
Yep.
Kess just left, so yeah. And then I'm watching the rewatch listen to the rewatch podcast with Robbie McNeil and Garrett Wong. So
Oh yeah.
they all do a lot of Janeway impersonations.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love how you call him Robbie.
That's right.
Okay, so yeah, all right, yeah. No, I'm glad you called me out on that. You know how you listen to a podcast for so long, and I bet people that are listening to this can sort of understand. You listen or watch a podcast for so long, you kind of feel like you're just a couple of guys hanging out.
Yep.
And that's what Garrett calls Robert Duncan McNeil. So,
Right.
because he doesn't go by Robert.
Because they're friends.
Right. He goes by Robbie. Like nobody calls him Robert except for us.
Yeah.
So
you're right. I remember on the set when they were filming the show.
When they were out,
I
yeah,
never
exactly.
heard anybody call him Robert.
It's
So-
like that meme. Have you seen the meme about listening to podcasts where the guy's sitting there next to the picture of people?
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's why it was such a surreal experience when you guys invited me to guest host, because I went, because I've listened to a bunch of podcasts over the years, and I sort of felt that same, I feel like I'm just hanging out with some guys, but I realized that they can't hear what I'm saying, and all of a sudden I'm thrown into that situation. It was really weird.
Now you're in the TV.
Now, yeah, exactly. I'm in the TV.
That's
Go
awesome.
to the light, Carolyn.
Yeah. I feel like I'm still dreaming.
And you
All right.
were there, and you were there
right.
too.
So
Is
so our main
this
topic.
lady, is she going to lecture me about climate change? Who is that?
Yeah, maybe. So so our main topic is we are reviewing the fan film Star Trek Renegades. This is a 2015 fan film, more or less the forgotten Section 31 movie. It is about a ragtag group of misfits, more or less, that come together to help save the Federation. Apparently, like the dilithium crystals are disappearing, thanks to a spacefold issue or something like that. It's it's funny. Like, I noticed they took a lot of things out of this for Discovery episodes. It's kind of interesting. But this was a fan film directed by Tuvok himself, Tim Russ, which was kind of interesting as well. It's got all sorts of people in there. Walter Koenig is in there as Admiral Pavel Chekhov. Robert Picardo's in there. Sort of. I mean, he's there, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. Tim Russ. We even have Edward Furlong, John Connor himself.
Yeah, I had to look up the cast. I'm like, that guy looks familiar, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
I knew who it was.
Yeah. What'd you guys think?
We even have a Mythbuster.
Yeah, Grant
thought
Emma.
Yeah.
Grant Imahara. I'm like, oh, it's Grant.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know Grant Imahara, one of the tertiary Mythbusters, he passed away about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That was one of the. I don't have reactions to celebrity deaths. Even Star Trek deaths, like when Nichelle Nichols died, I'm like, oh, that's sad. I don't have physical or visceral reactions to celebrity death. When I was at work on my lunch, and I was scrolling through my phone, and I saw the headline, Grant Imahara passes away. I literally gasped. I was like, and I was like, wow, because Mythbusters was and has been a huge part of my life. I love the show. I've met the two main guys on stage. So yeah, that was. But it was really cool to see him in the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's pretty neat how big of the cast they had, and all the different players in it. Ichip was in there for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess because he said yes.
Well, they had a lot of talent. I mean, not that it was portrayed on screen, but there was a lot of talent there.
Right. So this is the same team who was behind the fan film Star Trek of Gods and Men. Allegedly, the budget for this Star Trek Renegades was just over $300,000 that they raised on a Kickstarter and Indiegogo campaign. So they had money, for a fan film. Yeah,
and they were able to put something together. I know we're probably going to be bashing this film quite a bit, but they were able to put something together. And as a Star Trek film, as a normal Star Trek film, this was a very low budget. I wouldn't go so far as to call it garbage, but it was the fact that it was put together, the fact that that all these people came together, the fact that it was just made in general. I got to get my hats off to everybody who participated in it. There were some good scenes. There was some good acting in it, and I appreciated what they did, and what they did with what they had to work with. So I had to get that out of the way.
So I guess the first question is: this better, worse, or on par with the Section 31 movie?
So first we have to define better. Like, was it better from a cinematographic standpoint? No, of course not. Was it better from a special effects standpoint? No. Did I have a better experience watching it? Yeah, I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
Not by much, but I think I enjoyed watching this more than I enjoyed watching Section 31.
Was that Tony Todd? Was he one of those?
No, but it kind of sounded like him, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see him in the credits, but
yeah.
Tony Todd's the type of actor that would have done something like this, and he might have been in one of the other acts in our projects or.
Oh God.
Yeah. Now, have we gone over this? Was the plans were announced for a web-based series? This was also like a.
They wanted it to be a pilot.
They thought it was. They wanted it to be a pilot. This wasn't the pilot, but this was like, hey, we've got this idea. This is how it can come together. We spent $300,000 to basically make a commercial for CBS to pick this up. And it was. You said it was fan made. Now that's kind of important here because this was never designed to make any money.
Right.
It legally it couldn't make any money because this is not backed by Paramount.
It did. They're full of shit.
And
when you ask for donations, and you promise in appreciation of your donation, we'll send you a DVD. You are selling DVDs.
Yeah.
You are selling DVDs of an unauthorized work that infringes on trademark. Mm-hmm. So the whole it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. It's still making money. It's still making money because I don't know about you, but I had to sit through a whole bunch of commercials on YouTube just to watch this thing.
Correct.
So So
maybe
the thing about
maybe the money isn't going directly in their pocket; it's going in YouTube's pocket. But you know what? YouTube shouldn't be profiting off of someone else's IP either.
Right. Well, the thing about the commercials, from what I've saw, this has been uploaded by multiple different accounts. So we don't know for sure that it's the producers that are making the money here. It could be
one
just
that I
somebody
watched. The one that I watched, the link that you sent was Atomic Films, and that's
right.
Who made this.
Okay.
So
then
if they have an ad generating account on YouTube and they're running ads on this video, they're generating income on the Star Trek IP that they do not own, that they made in violation of. I mean, the Axanar decision was supposed to put all this stuff to bed. People weren't supposed to be able to make things like this, and suddenly they did.
That's true. Yeah.
So I don't know what. I don't know.
Well, this whole thing should fall under the Axanar lawsuit. There was a Star Trek Axanar lawsuit that came out in 2014. Another fan made. It was meant to be a series, but it turned out to be a web-based film type of thing. And the agreement that Paramount came to was, I think they said in 2016 they had to remove, like, into any future whatever, they had to remove all Star Trek references. So I don't know if that's why the communicators looked weird. I don't know if that's what the deal was. I don't know. And there's lots of schools of thought about whether they should be able to do this kind of thing, how they should be able to do this kind of thing. Dan obviously has a great point about, they're infringing on copyrighted material and they're
Right.
making money off of it. Anytime you're, doing things with ads and Kickstarter stuff, the funds are coming in, things are going out. That's sort of the definition of making money.
Yeah.
But even if they're not making money on it, but they hire a film crew to shoot their movie,
Mm-hmm.
they're paying the film crew with the money that came from donations. The film crew is making money on Star Trek when they're not authorized to do that.
Right.
And you get craft services in there, and you're going to feed all of these actors. The company that provides that food is turning a profit from Star Trek without authorization.
And as I understand, that's part of what the lawsuit was about.
This isn't a fan film. This is an unauthorized film.
Right, and that's what I understand with
a fan film is the three of us make costumes and go to the park and shoot a movie on our phone and edit it and upload it to
as
YouTube
we've done many times.
And
right.
So we have fun. Yeah, we do that. Usually we do that in the spring. So there's one coming. Watch for it.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's the distinction they were arguing about in the lawsuit is the X&R people were arguing, well, we're not making any money because making money means profit, and we're not making any profit. So what you're talking about is just, craft services and all that kind of stuff. There was money generated, but their argument was there was no profit being generated. So profit is after all costs are being paid for.
So and the counter argument to that is I have a ton of Star Trek DVDs on my shelf inside. If I fire up the old DVD burner and I make 100 copies of each of them and I sell them at a loss, I'm not making any money. Am I still breaking the law?
Yes.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Same way as if you were to have like a garage sale and you decided that during your garage sale you're going to have a public viewing of Deep Space Nine. That is also illegal.
Yeah, technically you go to the bar to watch Monday Night Football unless they're paying a licensing fee to the NFL and NBC or whoever's airing it.
Right.
They're in violation. But this is, this is a little different. That's a public broadcast that you're just turning the TV on in the corner. These people are creating something that they don't own and then selling it.
Right.
Does anybody else find Sean Young creepy?
Who's Sean Young?
She's the woman that the doctor was dating.
The woman who's wearing glasses in the 25th century? That woman?
Yep. You got the back of her head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's all I got of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was Dr. Zimmerman's girlfriend, the main captain of
I think she was also supposed to be a hologram. They kind of allude to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they make a weird line about like people can't see who she really is, so she might be wearing some sort of hollow covering.
Can you go back to that Klingon for a minute?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a white guy playing a black Klingon.
Whoa! That's a heck of an accusation there.
and I feel like just to play it safe, if you're a white guy and you're playing a Klingon, play a white Klingon.
Yeah.
I don't know. So did Kalmini play a white Klingon? And Renee Abenoujoua?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked particularly this
white
scene.
Klingon.
Yeah. These scenes when they're on the USS Archer, because the two guys that are like running the comms and piloting, they're both like this. Like they could not care any less the entire scene.
Or are they talking to the captain behind them? Is that what they're supposed to be doing? I don't know. I don't know. You know why they don't know? Because there was no piece of blue tape for them to look at, because all the stuff is probably green screen because it looks terrible.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to think about a white Klingon. That's either going to be my new rapper name or that's going to be a new drink that I'm going to make up.
I was going to say a white Klingon sounds like a great drink.
Yeah.
One thing I read on the Wikipedia page that the main villain, I forget this guy, the blue guy, I forget his name. Anyways, was originally supposed to be played by J.G. Hertzler.
Yeah.
But
he was an Axonar.
yeah, but apparently he had to bow out last minute because he got elected to office.
So J.G. Hertzler.
Yeah.
That's a white guy. He plays a white Klingon.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I need to write a paper now about the difference between white and black Klingons. I'm going to do a deep dive.
I just think it.
I know what you're saying.
It looks more natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy looks like his whole face is covered in grease paint because they've changed the tone of his skin, and it's shiny, and it just doesn't look good. Whereas if maybe his appliances were molded for somebody else, maybe they're the wrong color. And
yeah, somebody bowed out in last minute. They're we got to make this work, which totally would happen on a fan film. So
yeah.
What did you think about Egypt still being Borg? Like they set him back.
The entire time I was distracted with Egypt because I kept thinking, okay, what's this timetable? Because I kept thinking about Star Trek Picard season 1.
Right. He's dead.
And like I kept trying to kept trying to make up a headcanon.
Yeah.
Like, is this time? Could he still be alive in this? Because this movie came out, 12, 13, 14 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Or 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
So it's probably set in I think it said 2388.
Something like, yeah. I thought it was funny he didn't have a star date. It's just straight up a year.
I'm thinking maybe he was still alive during that period and he's about to be killed by that evil Romulan bitch, tomorrow, but he seemed to be a little jaded.
Yeah.
And there's something about his acting was a little bit off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was terrible. That's
what it
was.
I'm trying to be nice, but
to me, hands down, Gary Graham, his scenes, like, he was trying. Absolutely was trying.
Was he?
I thought so.
See, now I'm surprised when you said this morning that Tim Russ directed this.
Yeah. Because
I came into this thinking, okay, some nobody directed this, and half of acting is being directed, and maybe there wasn't a competent director to get the proper performance out of these people,
right?
But Tim Russ, he directed a whole bunch of Star Trek episodes, so he's a competent director. The only other thing I can come up with is the budget was only $300,000. You only have so much. They probably didn't use film, but you only have so much time on set.
Right.
We take 3 takes, and the best one goes in the film.
Yeah,
is probably how they did it. This is bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I watched just about half of it.
Okay.
And then I gave up.
Yeah.
The second half, the production totally changes, and it's better than better than Strange New Worlds. No, I'm serious. You need to watch the second half. Like, the first half was bad, and the second half was like they a different team, and it was amazing. The ending, I was laughing and crying at the ending. I've never been so emotionally touched by a Star Trek episode.
That's right.
Good try, Scott. Good try.
It was like The Inner Light or Timeless. It really it was fantastic.
When Luke Skywalker shows up, it's the best.
Yep. So, according to Wikipedia, there were 3 possible outcomes for the making of this movie.
Okay.
Either CBS picks it up for a series, it's made into a standalone film, or it would be the first episode of an internet-based series, which means 2 of those outcomes, they were going to remake this anyways.
Right.
Into they were going to turn it into a real boy.
Yeah. Well, they did.
Yeah, man.
Well, let me ask you, Dan. You didn't even finish this, and I know you finished Section 31, so I'm assuming that you like Section 31 a little bit better.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I'm never gonna watch either of these ever again, so it doesn't matter. I feel like this one, I feel like they sat down at a diner, and they were like, "Who could we get?
Yeah,
we can get this one. We can get this one. We can get this one." But he wants to bring his granddaughter. I'm assuming that's his granddaughter or something, because she had 0 acting ability.
Great granddaughter.
No.
He's 144.
No, I mean in real life.
Right.
I think this might be his real life granddaughter.
You're probably right.
The one that gets her hand chopped off.
Yes.
She gets her hand chopped off.
Yes.
And she volunteers to do it.
Now I'm gonna have to go watch the rest of this. Just kidding.
Yep.
Still
Yeah.
not gonna happen. You know why? You know why? Because I'm still mad at her for walking at parade rest. You're a military guy.
Yeah.
It's got to bother you.
Yep, absolutely. No, you're right. You're 100% right.
And they even do it in real Star Trek. Janeway did it in the pilot episode of Voyager.
I can't stand it when they walk with their hands behind their back. Yeah, they're walking the parade rest.
Drives me nuts. But anyway, I feel like they got together at a diner. They're like, all right, we can get Walter Koenig. I know. What's his name? Gary Graham. Is that him on screen? Yep. I know we can get Gary Graham. We get this guy. Icheb's doing nothing. We can get him, right? And then they got all these people in a room.
Edward Furlong said yes for some reason.
Edward Furlong just happened to be hanging out with somebody else when
he was just walking by.
Yep.
Actually,
he was working at craft services, and they said, come out from behind the counter, throw on these goggles. Can you play a meth head? You can? Great. Get in there. You're now.
I swear they pulled the character that what's his name played in Blade 2. The guy from The Walking Dead. He was in Blade 2. He was like Blade's mechanic that was really going to betray him. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They pulled that character and they were like, oh, let's put it in a Star Trek movie.
Yeah, they even called him Fixer.
Yeah.
Now, what did you think? Spoiler alert. What did you think about his faux sacrifice at the end of the movie? Did that do anything for you?
No.
Didn't do anything for you?
Nothing in this movie was earned and didn't make sense. It was a series of events as opposed to a story.
And it was a string of member berries.
Yeah.
Remember this guy? This guy was from this, and he's here, and this one is here. You don't know them, but they're this person's granddaughter.
Yeah.
And this person is this person's such and such, and
Norman Reedus, one of the
Norman Reedus. Yeah. What to give you an example, because I started like overthinking this movie. So they do 2 scenes with the ragtag motley crew. I forget the name of their ship, but they're our main characters, right? They do one scene where they're all, I guess, in the galley, and they're arguing, like this scene right here that I have up on the screen. You know, at one point, even the Cardassian gets pinned up against the wall. They all say they don't trust each other. And then the next time we see them all together, they're planning their big heist, right? What they're going to do. So we go from, I can't trust you to now, hey, we're just going to go do this thing.
Right.
There's
it didn't make
there's
sense from a story perspective.
Right. So what they should have done is combine those scenes. Like, here's the objective. Here's the thing we're going to need to do. Crap, I don't trust any of you people. How are we going to get this done?
Yeah.
That would have worked better. But I also think it felt so string together because maybe they released this as like little episodes. So they just shot them, like a scene and then put it together and we'll make it work later.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like a fan film.
We're all lost.
Yeah.
And when you have people of this caliber involved, it shouldn't feel like a fan film.
Yeah.
But
a lot of
even the costumes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it would cost a lot of money to reproduce a whole bunch of Starfleet uniforms. So we're just going to design a different one. So when it doesn't look right, it doesn't matter because they all look the same.
Right.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused with the comm badges. Like, at first I thought it was a copyright thing. I'm like, well, hold on. There's a chevron in the middle of that. They just decided to make it different for some reason.
Yeah, you can see the comm badge right there.
The comm badge is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I can buy a comm badge for $20 at a Comic-Con. And speaking of Comic-Cons, I've seen people dressed up better as Cardassians at Comic-Cons than the Cardassian in this film.
Yeah, he was a little bit rough. And I think he was trying to do his best Garrick impression.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the scenes with Robert Picardo made no sense to the story. It had nothing to do with the story at all.
No, he was just there to. Hey, Robert Picardo happens to be driving through Laurel Canyon, and which is where the studio was. Flag him down real quick.
He wants to be in the show, but he wants to be horny.
Right. Yeah, that was an uncomfortable scene when they're like, "Oh, it almost feels real. Like this tactile is getting good." I'm like, "Oh God, please don't stop."
Yeah.
Next scene, please.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Computer end program. Sorry, that was my best Janeway.
Yeah, that was. I knew what you were going for.
Don't do it.
Right. So the reason why I said this was the forgotten Section 31 film, I don't even think they even mentioned it in the movie, but apparently Tuvok is the head of Section 31, and
They do mention it in the movie.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
I missed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I was saying it's the forgotten Section 31.
Which definitely sounds like something Tuvok would be involved in.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Again, it was a member berry. Hey, remember Section 31? They were in Deep Space Nine. We're gonna have that here too. Remember, you liked it over there, so you'll like it over here.
There were so many lines that had unforced or just inserted so much exposition and member berries into them. Yeah. Like, do you remember that mission where we did? And then, like, they just people don't talk that way, so. Yeah. But it's on YouTube if people want to watch it. It's there.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
what did you think of the ships? The like this style, the 3D modeling on the ships.
This looked really good for 1990, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the design themselves. My first thought about the Archer was, my God, that's a huge deflector dish.
Huh.
It's like, are you overcompensating for something?
That's right.
It just wants to push everything aside. That's its only goal in life.
Yes. I like looking back at Enterprise, it's about on par with those graphics, but it's like 10 years later after Enterprise.
No, the Enterprise is much better than this.
Yeah, well, it was the movement of the ships.
Yeah,
I didn't like the movement.
Yes, the movement was wrong.
Clanky.
As they're moving through space, like some of the stars were moving in the wrong way.
And when they repositioned, when they, it was very obvious that it was not a starship moving in space.
It was CGI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll happen too with like using some like, what is that? Not Photoshop. Oh, I forgot. Whatever. It's one of those programs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's out there if people want to watch it. Would not recommend though. It's yeah. Kevin makes a good point. The aesthetics are bad, except that it's a fan film. Section 31 spent 10 times that amount and wasn't much better. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So there is that. And if you just want to like see old Star Trek, it's different. It's trying, but it didn't feel like Star Trek to me either.
No.
Yeah. No, it had that same feeling as Section 31 of like sci-fi movie. It looked like something I would watch on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Right. But it wasn't 100% there.
I'm gonna say it again. It looked Canadian.
Wow.
That cheaper television.
And there goes our 3 Canadian listeners.
Is that when Chekhov ordered the poutine? Is that why you said it felt Canadian? Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like any of our Canadian listeners to weigh in on that.
And again, I'm talking about old Canadian.
Old Canadian.
Because the new stuff, Strange New Worlds, that's all shot in Canada.
That's right.
And that looks fantastic. and I love everything about it. So please, my Canadian friends, don't be too hard on me, please.
It was weird when
okay, so I feel like I have to defend this further.
Hold on a second. I can hear the backpedaling. Yep.
Earth Final Conflict. Do you remember that?
No.
I do, but
that was that
not because I watched it.
Okay, but that was that other Roddenberry thing, Andromeda, those other shows that came on after Star Trek when they started going through Gene's office after he died, and they were picking up crumpled pieces of paper off the floor and flattening them out and saying, "Yeah, this looks good, and we could slap Gene Roddenberry's name on it." Okay, the cheap type of production value, that was old Canadian production.
Okay,
and that's what this reminded me of. RoboCop the series.
Okay,
that was shot in Canada.
What the hell is this show?
Yeah, there it is. There it is. You guys don't know this?
No.
And when I say old, I mean old, because even like Battlestar Galactica 2003.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's all Canadian.
Yeah,
and that looks good.
Who's this guy in the back?
I'm reminded how old I am. Battlestar Galactica. Well, I'm looking at these tiny little things on the screen. Battlestar Galactica. I'm like, yeah, that's a newer sci-fi series. No, it's not.
No, it's 22 years old at this point.
Yeah, that came out in 2003.
Huh. All right. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
So,
well, let's. Should we get the listener feedback? Because we're just gonna.
Is there a bunch of angry Canadians?
Yes, they're all.
The green room?
Yes.
Also, hey, bud, I don't like that.
Hey, Lombardo's a hoser.
Yeah, let's get the listener feedback. I also have a recommendation too. So.
Okay, hold on.
Listener feedback.
All right. People are popping off now. Battlestar Galactica was awesome. I love the ships in that one. Yeah.
Yep.
Alejandro,
Kevin's
you're
talking
right.
about Stargate. No, that's trash.
Yeah, Stargate. I didn't like Stargate. I liked the movie.
Yeah.
Couldn't watch the series.
Yeah, that's a Chad thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, who?
Exactly.
The guy in your basement.
Yeah, we don't use his name on the show. I don't want him to hear and get all riled up.
Who's the guy who hung out with Fat Thor with the South African name? The South African.
Cord.
Accent.
Cord.
Yeah.
We actually don't say that name in here.
That's right.
I have a quick recommendation.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm reading. I'm on book 3. I skipped book 2, I think, of the Star Trek Picard novels.
Oh,
so
you're the one.
Yes, I'm the one who's actually. I'm the one of probably 3 people. There's me and 2 Canadians that are reading this series. This one is called.
Hey, don't drag us into this, eh?
Right.
Yeah.
The novels don't have much to do with each other. They're all set in different timelines. There was one that was set.
Why would they link together?
No, why would they link together? They reference each other a little bit, but not too much. One was based on the time just before the synths attacked Utopia Planitia. This one is just after Star Trek Picard season 1, and it's basically Raffi trying to figure out what the hell to do with herself. So,
wow.
Yeah, I bet you do. So it explores a little bit. I'm about halfway through right now, but it explores a little bit. It time jumps from just after season 1 of Star Trek Picard to back when Raffi was a lieutenant. And it was like just after the Dominion War. So they're on a secret mission. They're on an official mission to try to ease tensions between the Romulans and the Cardassians on a planet just after the war, but they're also on a secret mission to find and apprehend a certain Cardassian that we all know and love, but I'm not going to reveal that because it's kind of a spoiler. This particular novel there's a lot of backstory involving that particular time frame, and it jumps between that time frame and in the future during Star Trek Picard season 1, just after. And Elnor's in it. It also explains the relationship between Raffi and Elnor. and it also
Okay.
explains how Raffi it explains her addiction and what she got addicted to and how. And it's kind of dumb, but yeah, I'm enjoying it because every once in a while they reference something that I once saw in Star Trek. But other than that, I've just got it as an audiobook that I'm sort of listening to mindlessly driving down the road. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, the member berries. Yes.
The member berries.
That's
So
right.
this one is not turning out to be a great novel. The one that I read before that had to do with the USS Titan, that was a good one.
Are you actually reading it or audiobook?
Okay, audiobook.
Okay.
Audiobook.
Fair enough.
I'm not really literate, so
Yeah, me either.
I don't do the reading stuff.
I play it through the Teddy Ruxpin and I listen to the books that way.
Exactly.
Right.
I read somewhere, or maybe I heard it somewhere, that listening to an audiobook fires the same parts of the brain that reading does. I don't know if that's true, but since I drive for a living, it gives me an opportunity to listen to audiobooks, so that's what I do.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We did get one piece of feedback from Kevin in the Facebook group saying that he can tell that this was referring to the Renegades story, that the storyline is what carries the narrative, and that Section 31 spent a ton of money and still has nothing to say. It's not for a new audience unless they're plain stupid. So, yeah. Oh, jeez. Hey, Wolf, welcome to book club. Yeah. And then we got Chazbaz on the line, so let me bring him in.
I actually got an email from Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he just said, just real quick, I'll go over real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Kevin Trekkie on YouTube, or Kevin. He explains how to pronounce his name. Leung, like lung. So leaving Leung just to give you some help.
Okay.
Kevin Leung. Is that how you?
Yeah.
He says I'm a fan. He listens to us on YouTube. He sees some YouTube channels that have chats where they can just talk about sci-fi or some movies in general, more as a live stream where people can chime in.
Mm-hmm.
He suggested we try that to get a bigger audience.
Oh, okay.
Kind of seems like, okay.
Yeah.
But that was his suggestion. So just hi, Kevin. Thanks for sending the email. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it in. Yeah. All right, let's get Chazbaz in because he's been waiting. Chazbaz, you there? Oh no!
There.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah.
He had frozen for a second.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like circling. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Is that
So what's going on?
Chazbaz or is that the Shellyak?
The Shellyak. Did you guys think this movie was made by AI?
Kind of felt
No.
that way. The script, at least.
It could have been. It could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, just
I was,
thinking
I was checking the hands.
Yeah, checking the hands in the background.
What popcorn bucket did you get with the movie?
Oh man.
Yeah.
The white Klingon or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. The white Klingon.
Alejandro, is that the godsend in the back of Chazbaz? Yes.
Yes.
We have said that a few times. Yes.
Yep.
You know, I have a. There it is.
Yeah.
Give you a better angle.
Yeah.
I probably have better props than the movie did. So.
Did you watch Renegades?
I watched it at 2 times speed because I didn't have enough time. And
2 times.
That's probably the best
old.
way to watch it.
and when you're watching something at 2 times
I wish
speed,
I had thought of that. I could have got through.
Yeah.
Got through
Yes,
half of it.
yes.
I could have got
Yeah.
through the whole thing. Oh,
That could get distracted. Like, did you watch Star Trek Renegades? Yes, I did. I watched it 2 times speed. Okay, that's great.
unless, wait a minute.
and you find out how bad.
Maybe I would have got annoyed with it twice.
No.
as fast.
That's
You
right.
find out who the bad actors are because at 2 times speed, you can really find out who the bad actors are.
David
You're
says
like,
the popcorn bucket would be that weird arm device each have had.
Oh God, that was
bad.
the worst CGI in the whole movie.
Yeah.
I wonder if people listen to our podcast at more than regular speed.
I'm gonna say each app actually looked kind of cool right there. Like
Mhm.
it actually looked kind of badass. So
I'm gonna agree that is the thing that you said.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, well, you actually did. Well, on what is it? Star Trek Picard, they drilled his eye out. Remember?
That's
Like,
right.
they tortured him.
And it wasn't even him. They got
Yeah,
it
it wasn't even the actor.
It was a different actor.
You idiots! You killed his stunt double.
That's right.
Well, they did that for the reason why they did that is they couldn't use the original Icheb actor because that actor would have been much older because what happened to Icheb happened to him. My headcanon says just after this movie. Dan's already checked out. He doesn't care. It makes no difference to him.
Yeah,
they could have killed Icheb in this movie. He wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Scott's listened to a book about Raffi, so
yeah, you've lost all credibility.
yes. I was like,
don't
wait.
worry, I'll send you a physical hard copy of it, Dan.
Please.
Like, the one character we do not care about is Raffi. So
you can I'll send you the book. You can write about it in your journal. I found the guy that bought it in your yard sale, and I bought it from him, and I paid double, so I paid $1 for it, and I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks.
How lovely.
It's like next thing you know, he's going to read that Giorgio comic book this week and pay like $6.99 for it.
I'll wait till it's on Ollie's, and then I'll take a picture of it.
See, that's the problem with comic books is they're overpriced right now. Like,
yeah,
oh yeah, everything is.
Well, $6 is a lot of money for a comic book.
Well, it's a one shot.
Well, it's a one shot, but $6, that's a lot of money.
Like that's a marketing tool. Well, this is really expensive, but we're not going to make anymore, so
that's right.
It's got a short story.
Yeah,
but think about it this way: that comic book is set to depreciate in value because nobody wants it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll be at vintage stock in my local area.
Yep.
I'll be on the shelf for free. So
yeah, for
people
sure.
will pay $6 if they promise not to make another one.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So you didn't like it either, then, huh, Jazbiz?
2 times speed? No. It's like the acting was pretty bad, and it's funny that the Klingons actually sounded pretty good on 2 times speed. I was like, wow.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
You know, they're actually acting.
They probably sound all snarly.
Yeah. But go on YouTube next time and throw it on 2 times speed, and you'll find out. And it's real funny. So.
Daniel, you're gonna have to catch that audio and turn it into a soundbite.
Yeah.
We need to find like some of the bad acting parts and put it on the like clip it out and put it on the Facebook group or something.
What is?
But somebody would have to watch the movie again.
Lore's War. I've heard of Lore's War.
Nice. Dan just sent me a photo.
Can you get that up?
A-Wolf 2K Forever Project says, have you guys checked out the comic Lore's War? I've seen it. I haven't read it.
Comic Lore's War.
What do you guys, what's going on here? What's the photo?
Yeah. Let me bring it up here.
I'm gonna send you an album that I found.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What in the?
I remember.
You can listen to while you're reading your
that's right.
books.
A little bit of rap.
You're a horrible person.
Yeah.
He drives all the time. He could have his background music too. He could listen to the book and have that as background music.
The original Miss Rachel.
Eat apples and bananas.
Oh my God, is that what he sings?
Yeah.
Is that from that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How dare you?
He does
bring
music.
that up again.
Yeah.
Hey,
oh God, you're gonna
ring,
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight now.
Yes.
Apples and bananas.
Welcome to Raffycast.
Yeah.
Just think that guy every concert is like, play the Apples and Bananas song, please. That's our song request. You gotta play it.
Oh man.
Some poor parents get dragged to that concert and have to sit there and listen to that.
You're making me think about that. You know, this was a surreal experience being on Trekcast. It's not anymore.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's kind of like I always wonder why my mom would never take me to Sesame Street live, and I was like, oh, that's why.
Like now, even or
Well, no. Well, she's dead, but she can't really take me there. So,
So definitely not.
yeah, so definitely not.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
Well, my mom is very much alive. Hi, Mom.
You guys gonna go to Sesame Street now?
Yeah, you go to Sesame Street live. Tell us all about it, Scott.
Let us know how that goes.
Yeah, let's see your Raffi album.
But before I forget,
now I'm lost for words.
Yes. But before I forget, I should talk about what we're going to do in our next episode. We're working with some other Star Trek podcasts. We're going to do a crossover episode. And what we're going to talk about is a status report on Star Trek, how we feel the franchise is currently going. I have developed a survey for people to fill out. We just want to kind of get an idea of where you guys think the franchise is. Are you still excited about Star Trek? Are you not? Those sorts of things. What do you think about the future? I'm pulling some stats to go with it too, so it's not just opinion.
5 bullet points of what we think about Star Trek right now.
Yeah, kind of. No, it's a multiple choice survey. It'll take you less than 30 seconds to fill out. I'll put it in the Facebook group and in all our socials for people to check out as well. But
it'll kind of be like the survey that was done for the polls for the Star Trek award or the Trekcast awards, but it won't be corrupt.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And just to let you guys know, my investigation on that is ongoing. I've made some serious inroads into that. There's some evidence that has come to light. It's an ongoing investigation, so I can't discuss it.
That's right.
But, I'll be issuing a statement sometime in the near future.
Kevin asked what other shows are joining us. We've got the It's Got Star Trek podcast. I think Trek Geeks might be joining us, and I think the Pod Rates might be joining us as well. So still working to finalize those, but we do add a couple other ones. So yeah, so it'll be good. That'll be next Sunday. And we'll have those guys on.
I think the Star Trek cruise is taking off today. So.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Because one of my other podcasts, it's the Star Trek Fleet Command one I listen to.
Whoa.
No, it's the game. It's the video game. You know, the online game.
I guess.
No, I don't like it.
Somehow
I don't like it.
they get to.
Do
go
they
on
let
the
you be on the show all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
you better watch it. I'm an administrator on the Facebook group, so I can cut off your privileges.
Okay.
That's right.
They're like, calm down, Scott. Calm down.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's right.
But
You don't want to go in the basement.
Okay. Right. You don't want to go in the basement.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because Mike Medina messaged me and wanted to play Star Trek Fleet Command.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, let's get you in my group, get you in my server. Ask the guy in the server, is like, hey, can Mike Medina join? And the guy's like, is he in the other alliance? Are you a spy? Blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't let him in there. And I'm like, it was like, how do you know this guy? I was like, from a Facebook group. What Facebook group are you talking about? And I was like, Trekcast? What is Trekcast? I was like, what the hell is going on? Like,
what is Trekcast?
How dare they?
Garbage people are they?
Yeah.
Don't know what
I was like,
Trekcast is.
the best podcast in the world. So
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You tell them, Chazbiz.
damn right.
yeah, I'll have to show you the message on there. It's pretty funny. This guy was like,
So did you get him in or no?
yeah, he wouldn't let him in. He was like, well, he's going to join another alliance. He's not high enough level right now. Blah blah blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Wow, there's some serious OPSEC going on.
There's
Absolutely.
money in this game. These people are crazy. So.
Did you resign in protest?
No,
I think you
because
should.
I'm like been in there for years.
Did you not hear him? There's some money in this game.
That's right.
Yeah, there's money. I'm talking about people spend thousands of dollars like a month on this game. Like you'll see thousands. That's why
That's right.
the other podcast gets to go on the Star Trek cruise because they're promoting it. So
Okay.
I was like,
exactly.
that's how you do it. You get in with one of these games, and then you get on the cruise and get to meet the peeps. So
A Wolf says blasphemy. How do they not know Trekcast?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know.
You need to start representing.
Okay,
That's right.
I'll change
That's right.
my name. Chaz Biz
As you should.
Trekcast.
There you go.
Fan.
There you go.
Number one
There you go.
fan. So
There you go.
Awesome. All right. Well, feels like we're winding down, so that's
I
probably a
think
good
so.
spot. Yeah.
I think so.
Hey, I'd like to make a plea to everybody. I want to hear some voicemails. So
Me too.
please dial up the number that I'm about to read off the screen.
Yeah, let me get there.
That number is
There it
1
is.
570-661-0001. So dial 570-661-0001. This is a Google voicemail kind of thing. Nobody's going to answer
Yeah.
when you call it. So.
For especially for next week's podcast, tell us what you think about the state of Star Trek going. Are you excited about it? Are you excited for the future? Are you
Yes.
concerned? What things do you like? What things are you worried about? Let us know. 570-661-0001. It'll be great to play that on the show next week.
And if you want us to read an email, send us like a short email answering the same question. What do you think of the state of Star Trek?
Mhm.
You can send that email to trekcasttng@gmail.com, or you can send it one to me at strongbeard1701@gmail.com,
Mhm.
and we'll read your email on the air. So, what do you
That's
think is the state of Star Trek right now?
Yeah. And then also we're on the social medias as well at trekcasttng on basically all the socials. So yeah, we'd love to talk to you guys and connect.
Interact with all the social media stuff, because the more you interact, the more you click on the like and all that kind of stuff, the more the algorithm thinks that we're cool and important. So
That's right.
We gotta fool them. Come on,
That's
help us
right.
fool them.
got to fool
That's
that
right.
algorithm. Yeah, got to fool control.
yeah,
That's right.
keep on clicking on. Watch the show 2 times speed and then play it again. So
And I want to know if anybody listens to the Trekcast at anything other than normal speed.
I've done that before. If
I
I'm
do.
late to the
I
show-
speed it up.
If you do anything past 1.2, then you're not a true Trekcast man.
Dude, I listen to so many podcasts at like 1.5, 1.7.
Yeah. If you go on Spotify, you can do 3
Yeah.
times speed.
I'm trying to stretch it out, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm killing time.
There you go.
I listen to it at half speed because I want
There
to.
you go.
There.
I want to soak it all up.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
you're a Trekcast fan. You just said you listened to Trekcast last week, so
Yeah, that's right.
I'd like to ask you as a Trekcast fan, Dan. Go ahead and call that number that was on the screen. Go ahead and send me an email. Let me know what you think.
Don't tempt me.
Are you guys going to make, hey, Trekcast the popcorn bucket?
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Maybe someday in the future. I don't know.
Trekcast the popcorn.
That's a lot. That's a lot of work.
It's a. You know what it is? It's a center console.
That's right.
all it is.
Center
You
console.
open the lid and there's popcorn in there. It's a glove box.
There you go. There you go.
I'll try to make that today.
We'll buy some overstock from what is that Disney Lightyear movie that nobody bought the toys for.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
We'll get some of the overstock and turn it into a popcorn bucket.
Send in your submissions on Facebook or Instagram, Trekcast Popcorn Bucket, or see what AI comes up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Because I think somebody actually did that, a Trekcast, a couple of different Trekcast. Was that you, Chaz Biz? Or no,
Yeah, that was Jazz Biz.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well,
All right, guys.
yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Peace.
This is Captain Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine and Space God to the Bajorans. I have a mission for you. This falls outside of Starfleet guidelines, so I can't order you, but I'm asking for volunteers. Volunteers who will subscribe to the Trekcast YouTube channel, leave 5-star reviews on your podcast app of choice, and share Trekcast across your social media accounts. If we can make our audience bigger, we might have a chance against the Dominion. Are you ready? Subscribe, like, and share. Are you with me?